Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl AfiKoKo here, aka Mary Jane, and I am gonna be getting ready for a picnic. Is it a solo picnic? Not quite. I'm going with friends of mine. I am just gonna take you guys on this little get ready with me. I'm just gonna go ahead. I already did apply some of this, but it's by Banish. It's a serum dark spot corrector. This is not a sponsored video. But I'm trying this product out and I don't know that I really like the consistency of this. It feels very oily for my skin, but it does dry. And when it does dry, it does leave like a moisturized, I don't know what kind of, like not a gel-like feeling, but you can tell that there's a layering on your skin. So I think on its own, it definitely feels like it does the job at moisturizing, but other than that, not sure. And I'm back pretty much dressed for this picnic. I think my outfit is cute. Let's go ahead and do this minimalistic makeup look thing and talk a little bit. So I've kind of been a mess in my adult life currently, and I forgot my eyebrow pencil, but I will get to that. Actually, let me do that now. I'm sorry. An outfit is never complete without my eyebrows being done. I just got this today from Wet n Wild via Amazon. Sometimes I honestly wonder how life would be if we didn't have Amazon, because I remember the earlier days of Amazon. Do you? I remember having to get books from Amazon for class in high school, and now Amazon, oh, I love my moisturizer. Why is there something here I can use as moisturizer? I am so sorry, y'all. I promise this is the last time I'm leaving, and if I did forget something else, well, it'll be forgotten for good. Dramatic, but yeah, I remember Amazon was where I would get books for school. And now Amazon is quite literally the place you go to get everything, and on demand, on Prime. The fact that human beings have literally just resorted to having their necessities delivered to their door versus going to get it for the most part is like, whoo, we cracked the code, y'all. We don't have to leave the home to get the things, the goods. But I do sometimes prefer just going out. Is that the truth? I do sometimes prefer going out and getting the things that I need, especially when it comes to clothes. I don't really do a lot of like clothes shopping on Amazon. I did at one point in time. No, it's definitely, I think, high school, middle school, mainly high school. But I can't say I'm crazy about everything I see on Amazon. Shoes are another story, but clothes, I do know that there's like the designer section of Amazon that has like really nice and expensive stuff, but again, we're not quite doing adulting right to explore that side of Amazon just yet. The reason why Amazon even came up is because I got the eyebrow pencil from there. I feel like I did too much because I'm not going anywhere special. I'm just going to a park. But I want to normalize, and I feel like I'm rambling, but I want to normalize just dressing up because I want to. And I think I've done that for the most part in my life. I have always dressed up for the occasion. I just like dressing up. I've always liked it. And I think deep down, one of the reasons why I resorted to like dressing up for pretty much every occasion, even occasions that just didn't need dressing up for, not to get all like mopey, but was because I was bullied when I was in school. And don't really talk about that. I don't think I've ever really talked about bullying. Like I had a video on Coming to America, which is no longer on here, and I talked about that briefly, but I was bullied in like almost every grade when I came to this country. I think the bullying kind of ended around high school-ish era, but I still had encounters with the mean people. But at some point it just really wasn't a thing. I think the thing that stressed us more was like our future in school. But going back to bullying in elementary school, this battery is dying so fast. Why? I used to get bullied in elementary school, mainly in middle school, and that definitely traumatized me. But I think fresh off the boat, so to speak, my brother and I and some of my cousins experienced bullying because of our clothes and what we wore and not having the latest shoe and style and fashion. And I never realized how much impact that had on me, because part of me cared, but part of me didn't. It's so weird. Like, I don't really remember begging my parents to get like the latest shoes, because I think I understood that some of them were just expensive and I didn't think my parents would even agree to get them. But I never really tried to be difficult when it came to that, but I do remember just not being crazy about my wardrobe all the time, and my mom picking out some outfits for me that I personally felt like was not in my age range or group. Like, Mom, I'm not trying to look like a secretary at the age of 12 or 14 or whatever. I just wanted to look my age. And even if I didn't have like name brand stuff, I still wanted to look good. Even in elementary school, although I did not have the latest style and fashion, I do remember when it came to dressing up, because we had like this thing called, I think it was called Good Friday, that our principal implemented, and basically every Friday we had to dress up. Eventually that got dropped because a lot of the kids did not like dressing up, but I did. I really liked dressing up, and I think people noticed that. So I definitely got like a bit of both. I got the bullying of, you know, not fitting in and not wearing like the latest clothes, but I also think my classmates realized soon after that, oh, MJ actually likes to dress up. And I remember one of my friends, Ashley, she came over to my house once and we were in my room, and I opened my closet and she's like, you have all these clothes. Granted, they were clothes for worship. And she's like, why don't you wear these to school? And I'm like, I can't wear this to school. Like, I would be overdressed. She's like, no, you need to wear these. Like, girl, you have a sense of style, basically, is what she was trying to tell me. And I just, for the life of me, couldn't understand, because I didn't think I did. But I feel like as I got older, especially around that time, I did start putting more effort in my look, because I wasn't happy with a lot. I wasn't happy with my experience, you know, growing up with the bullying, and I feel like dressing up was a way for me to prove to myself and others that like I did belong, you know. But naturally, I think for most people, as you grow older, you start to become a little bit more dang, all of this for the park, and I'm talking a lot, but you start to become a little bit more confident in your appearance, in your style, and what you do and do not want to be caught dead wearing. So I never really saw myself as a fashionista. I never really yeah, I wasn't voted best dressed in school. Like, my high school yearbook, I felt like I didn't even get voted for a lot of things. I would have assumed at least some of the things that my classmates told me, like that I like dressing a lot and that they saw me like in pageants and stuff. I didn't even get voted for some of that. It was a popularity thing. Even now, if I should go back to school, I don't know that I would be the most popular kid, and I would be okay with that. I did hang with the popular girls, but I don't think I was popular. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I was ever really popular. I just think I hung out with someones who were popular, and that did kind of get me a seat at the table, so to speak, but I never really felt like I belonged. I think for me, dressing up is an outlet. Dressing up has become something that I fall back on to feel better about myself. But I honestly do just love dressing up. I want to learn more about like style and fashion, that sort of stuff, because sometimes I don't think like it's enough to just dress up and to like dressing up. I think it's important to know the roots of fashion and style and understand, you know, some stuff, and have that conversation, but it's not mandatory. I do think it's perfectly fine if I just like dressing up and don't know like designer name and stuff. But I think, you know, I think it's cool. I think it's cool to understand fashion to a degree if you say that you love fashion. I recently started to appreciate it more, even if I don't agree with everything fashion, even if I'm not crazy about all the styles out there and I cannot wear some of the things that I see because of my moral code, you know, and my faith. But it doesn't mean that I don't respect fashion and people's tastes. I don't always agree with it, but you know, everyone has different style, and sometimes I look back and I'm very thankful. I hope everything I'm saying on camera makes sense when I edit it, but sometimes I honestly am thankful for the experiences I had. I'm sure I would have been just fine without the bullying, but although I do think it affected me in the long run into the decisions and choices that I've made today, which hurts to my core, I do think it did shape me to be a better person, to know how to treat people and how not to treat people. And you know, I will always be happy that my memory of high school was of me facing challenges and growing versus me putting other people down. I'm so glad that I can look back and not say that I was a mean girl in school, or that I made anyone else feel terrible about their appearance or how they presented themselves in school. I did have moments that I wasn't proud of. I think we all do. I do think I had moments where I was, you know, trying to be a follower versus just being me. But I also think that I had moments where I spoke up and I had a voice. And I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I do hope that you guys, anyone who's watching who ever felt like, you know, the outside, odd girl out, on the outside looking in sort of thing, that there's hope. And if you're in school right now and you feel like you're an outcast, just give it a few years. A lot of that stuff isn't gonna matter, but I will be honest with you, I do look back on high school and other things and like remember teachers saying like, you know, being the jock or being the popular girl is not going to get you anywhere in life. And then looking at the world of social media and how that's quite literally how people are making a living today, it just makes me realize like, whew, even in the real world, popularity and beauty and looks, that will still trump almost everything else. That'll still trump the kid who's really smart. But the one thing I will say about social media and today's youth that I do appreciate is, yeah, popularity does play a role, yeah, beauty does play a role, but there's still a space for people who are weird and unique and very intelligent because they have a platform. And when they share their insight on things, when they geek out about Legos or slime or anything that you know sparks their creative drive, people will applaud it, especially if you're consistent. I will say that is the upside of social media that I have noticed. So even though it might feel like a popularity contest at times, anyone is invited to do it and to have fun. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to have fun. This is, I guess, like one of those get ready, sit down with me videos. And it's some content, baby. So let me take down this hair to not look at my pits because I totally need to shave. But I am going to take down the hair and fluff it out, and then I will show you guys my outfit in a little bit. Are you ready for this? Ooh, I know you see me standing here. Okay, just me in this puffy hair. I am not condoning bullying at all, but I was saying in another video on my TikTok that I used to listen to people about my hair and about my clothes and about just everything and feeling so self-conscious about all the things that I felt like I wasn't serving correctly. But eventually it's like they worked out for me, even though I'm still learning and growing with this hair. The part that is funny is I was also seen as a really smart kid, did well in school, could have done better in some areas, but I was for the most part, a really good student, and my teachers saw me going places, you know, and I felt like after school, even if I don't go the traditional route of like college or whatever, I will figure it out, and I haven't. So I think I need to tap into that part of me that doesn't believe in myself and prove my negative thoughts wrong and get out of my own way, because I was able to push out those negative comments that people made about my appearance, my hair, all of the above, and I think that I'm doing pretty okay in those areas, more than okay sometimes. So I can do okay and more than okay in other areas of my life too. Well, that is that. I'm gonna hurry up and head out before my brother strangles me. That's the tea on why I like dressing up, because bullying played a role in me just wanting to bounce back, and you know, and then growing up is definitely a big factor. But I'm gonna stop talking now. Bye guys. Mwah.